T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason. His body was never recovered from the lake after he drowned.
You let him drown. You should have been watching him.
Have you listened to the old timers in town? They'll tell you he's still out there, stalking. Some folks claim they've even seen him. Right in this area.
Jason? He came back.
See, Jason was my son, and today is his birthday.
He was actually there. He watched his mom being beheaded.
You need to be punished for what you did to him.
Jason should have been watched every minute.
Kill her, Mommy. Kill her. Don't let her get away, Mommy.
He wasn't a very good swimmer.
Ooh, baby. 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 Ooh, baby.
What's up, Wow, look at that view. Jesus. There we go. That's better. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me, as always, on the Sunday Horror Hangout is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What's up, Matt? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Three different ways of asking you.
Buddy, I am doing fantastic, and I feel like it's been a long time since I've been on here with you fine horror freaks. And I got one question. This is for everybody. When I first realized that it was, so I've got I'm driving, and every place I go and I deliver, I end up having to write down, a little sheet, what I'm doing. And there's always the date there at the end. Yeah. So when that date hit Friday the 13th, I got fucking all excited, dude. I mean, I'm at work. Work sucks, but it's still super cool. And my question to everyone out there is, was it right away, or how long after that were you thinking of Michael from Movies and Beyond? I just gotta say, man, no weirdness out there or anything, dude. But when anything pops up, Friday the 13th, man, I go straight to you, man. But I know I'm not alone. Whether you want to admit it or not, I know you guys were thinking about our boy here for Movies and Beyond. But yeah, let us know.
Always got one next to me, man.
I knew I had to message you, man.
There's always a couple of them that are in grass reach of.
I was waiting till that next stop where I could get to my phone and say, dude, what's up? Happy Friday the 13th. But yeah, I hope you had a great Friday the 13th. And that goes for all of you guys. Who doesn't love when that hits, man? But anyway, glad to be here. Just had to say that. What's up, everybody? Love you guys.
Hell yeah, man. There's 3 of them this year, right? There's 3 Friday the 13th. There's one in February, there's one in March, and then I think it's November. But there's 3 this year, and that doesn't happen very often that we get 3. Unfortunately for this Friday the 13th, I knew it was coming all week. I knew I had to work on Friday the 13th. So it kind of sucked for me. I celebrated by the time that I got home. I watched Friday the 13th part 4. That's what I did for my Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do any. I would have loved to be on here. I would have loved to jump on here and done something cool for Friday the 13th, but I knew we were going to be here Sunday. I knew I wanted to do something Friday the 13th for Sunday, and that's something we haven't done, man. Like we did the Michael masks, early in the Movies and Beyond, I guess show history, I guess you would say, but we have never done the hockey mask, and we've never done a ranking for these. So I know that, a lot of people are like, well, they all look the same to me. And it's just like, well, if you pay attention very carefully, and Matt, we talked a little bit about this backstage.
Some do.
Right. And that's fair.
Some are completely different.
Completely different. And we talked a little bit about it backstage, to where it's just like, yeah, and some people feel that way with the Halloween masks as well. It's like, oh, they all look kind of, it's like, no, not really. Maybe we're just horror nerds and we're the only ones that really care.
There's no maybe about it.
Maybe that's what it is, that you look at it and you're like, look at the intricate detail of the way that this hole lines up over here as to where in the other ones it lined up over there, and that's fine. Right. And that's fine. But that's why we do these things, man, for the experience, to talk about them, to talk about that little nerdy shit that we love, such as, hockey masks. Like, I can sit there. I'm one of those people, Matt. I'm sure you are too. And I see that Peter Anthony's in the chat. What's up, brother? Those types of people can look at a mask from a distance and be like, that's a part 4, or that's a Freddy versus Jason mask, or, and you just know, to whereas the casual fan would just be like, hey, it's Jason. You know what I mean? Like, you could be like, oh, that's a part 4. Oh, that's a part 6. And, I'll talk about the masks that we're going to talk about tonight, because, we couldn't get every single thing in there. Like, I didn't throw Savini Jason in here tonight. I didn't throw, there's a part 6 mask, and then there's a part 6 mask with a bullet hole, and then there's a part 3 mask, and then there's the part 3 mask after it gets the axe mark. You know what I mean? So, yes, I'm aware that there are more than 14 selections. We're doing 14 today. But, at the end of the day, it's just like, we'll get through 14 of them. And I know that there are technically, trust me, I'm a big Friday the 13th nerd. Technically, you could say that there are more, right? And I get that. I get that, but
You can say it there or less.
yeah, well, that's fair too. That is fair too, because I did include both Sackhead versions tonight. Both Sackhead versions will be in here tonight, and I have a horrible quality picture of all the masks that we are doing tonight. As you can see, there are 14 there. We have both Sackheads included. And if you know any better, you kind of know what these are, right? And we're going to get through that. And for each one as well, Matt, when you call out, hey, I love part 6, I will be able, to the people that are less familiar in the difference, I do have a picture of each Jason in here wearing the mask accordingly. So when you say, hey, I love part 6, I will be able to throw up the part 6 and you will be able to see CJ Graham in all his glory wearing his part 6 mask. So we will be able to do that as well tonight. Call me prepared for a show, but maybe I prepared a little bit for this show, which is not very common to me, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But I do want to mention 2 things before we jump into the live chat and say what's up to everybody. One, I don't want to forget, to remind everyone that Patreon is $1 a month right now. If you'd like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube, you can do so over on Patreon for only $1 a month, where I am doing horror duels over there. I am diving into Camp Crystal Lake memories. There's a new show coming out called it's all about slashers, man. It's all about 80s slashers, to where I will do 10-minute spots where I'll talk about like April Fool's Day or The Burning or something like that, to where I just sit down and I'll show some clips of the movie, tell you what I thought about it, what worked for it, what didn't. Oh, of course, my opinions. So there's things I can't necessarily do on YouTube that I am doing over on Patreon, and you can enjoy that all for $1 a month. And I'd also just like to remind everyone that Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. we do have horror shorts coming up this week. We have horror shorts coming up at 8:30 on Tuesday nights, and I will be here for Horror Talk and Coffee on Friday. So it's a 3-show week for Movies and Beyond. You get me 3 times. You got me 3 times. If you include Patreon in that, you're going to get a whole lot more. So if you are a fan of Movies and Beyond, you do want more content, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. But, Matt, are you ready to say what's up to all these good people that we have in the chat?
I am, and I would not be surprised, Michael, if we have a few newbies in the chat tonight.
Some new ones?
Which is always freaking exciting. So,
yeah,
dude, let's do it.
Not the new peoples. They're all welcome here. Everybody's welcome here.
After they get beat down. You got to get beat in.
You got to get roughed up first.
Hey, thug life isn't just a catchphrase here, dude.
I am so the complete opposite of Thug Life, and I think that is the humor in Thug Life for this channel. It's more of a Red from Pineapple Express Thug Life than it is a Tupac Thug Life. Maybe that'll be a video sometimes where it's like, you know what, this guy says Thug Life a lot, but looking at him, he doesn't really look like the standard Thug Life type person. It's fine. It's just fine. Jerry's in the chat saying, hello, Michael and Matt. Let's get it. What is up, Jerry? Let's get it. He's also reminding everybody to smash that like button. So smash that like button if you haven't, and leave a comment after the stream. It definitely helps. Definitely helps. And he's also reminding everybody about checking out Patreon. Jerry's enjoying the battles over there. So yeah, definitely. Speaking of which, we will have a new battle that does release tonight. It is Uber Jason versus the T-1000.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Uber Jason. It's got I don't want to ruin it, right? Because I still have to put it out. But let's just say that it factors in time travel. It factors in Jason and Skynet being Uber Jason. Dude, it's a whole fucking thing. Fucking fantastic. You guys are going to absolutely love it because I love doing it. And I was super surprised at some of the stuff that was going on in there.
Just never, ever try to take a picture of the T-1000. It just does not go over well. I am telling you from experience, dude.
That is fair.
But that's a whole other topic.
That is fair. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for us. And it probably not our brightest moment. Early in our friendship and probably already a moment to Dude, at some point we're gonna have to do a show that's called like Convention Stories or something, where we just talk about our experiences, and I think that will be
dumbass convention moments with Michael
moments that you just can't get back. And one that pops in my head is definitely that one. One that pops in my head is me meeting Lark Park Lincoln for the first time. Dude, there's so many things we could talk about conventions for sure. Absolutely fantastic. I see that Paula's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
I'm sorry, Michael. I just can't. The T1000 cannot be brought up, and my mind doesn't go there. It's just automatic.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you say Robert Patrick, I probably think about it. And his handler, I probably remember his handler more than I remember him.
I'm sure you do.
Especially that look. If looks could kill, I would definitely be dead for sure. I see that Gina's in the chat as well, saying hello all. Happy belated Friday the 13th to everyone. Happy belated Friday the 13th to you too, Gina.
What's up, Gina?
I see that Melissa's in the chat saying hello to everybody. What's up, Melissa? Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, Melissa.
Michael G is in the chat saying hello all. Been gone a few weeks, but I haven't changed a bit. What's up, my man? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I was actually graced with their presence this afternoon at the shop, so it was great to see you guys, man. Always.
Oh yeah. The Shape's in the chat as well, saying hello, folks. What's up, James? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you.
Yeah, James is he misses you, Michael. That's for damn sure.
I'm gonna get up there.
I will say that he is competing with me currently on, we like patches on our shirts. James is getting some just killer patches, and I've got to up my game now. And just one last thing I want to say about James is recently he was able to gift me not one, but two amazing Batman vehicles. I got the 89 Batman, and I got the Tumbler from the Christian Bale series. James, I just want to say thank you. They're on my shelf. They look beautiful. Love you, brother, and I appreciate it, man.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Melissa has been a member for 11 months of Movies and Beyond, saying, I'm the wild card, bitches. Happy to be here. What's up, Melissa? Congratulations on 8 months as a Movies and Beyond.
And she really is the wild card, man. That's
definitely
what's so
a wild
cool
card.
That.
Yeah. I feel like wild card and Melissa go synonymously. Like it's just like you can't have one without the other for sure. 100%. Wayne Turner's in the chat saying, hey, y'all, it's 12:02 p.m. in Sydney, Australia on a Monday. I turned 49 yesterday, so here it is, my birthday again today in the USA. What's up, Wayne? Happy belated birthday, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Wayne.
Let's see. Who else do we have in the chat? I don't want to miss anybody. And there's so much chat. You guys go, so... Let's see. Bentley N for R is in the chat saying, remember me from Trader's World? What's up, man? Welcome to Movies and Beyond.
Dude, I absolutely remember Bentley. So Bentley is an amazing young man who was in there today, and he was in there with his amazing mother, picked up an amazing collectible from none other than Tim Pumpkin. Oh, nice. A custom Tim Pumpkin mask is what this young man chose for his. I'm pretty sure he's new to the whole, mask collecting thing, but it's an absolute, just a sick mask. Bentley, I'm so glad to see you on here, man. I hope you love your mask, dude. And I can't wait to see you in the shop again. And we can just chat it up, man. Expand your collection. And I am also currently wearing a Tim Pumpkin custom mask. So, dude, yeah, welcome to the channel, man. It's a great show, dude. We're glad to have you, Bentley.
Yeah, cool shit. Welcome aboard. Kyle's in the chat as well, saying, hey, everyone. What's up, Michael and Matt? What's up, Kyle? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
What's up, Kyle?
Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the chat as well, saying, I'm pumped for this. I got 87 signed Friday the 13th masks. Let's go.
Damn.
That's you are king, my friend.
Yeah.
What is up, Peter? I hope you're doing well.
That's a collection.
Michelle's in the chat as well, saying happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Good to see you. Who else?
Miss you. I miss seeing Michelle. It's been a long time.
Tim's in the chat saying, "Yo, sorry I'm late. I can't read. Thought the show was 8:30. Well done." Well done.
What's up, Tim?
Ryan's in the chat saying, "Oh shit, I'm late." What up, chat? What up, Michael and Matt? What's up, man?
What's going on, Ryan?
Val is in the chat as well saying, "Hey, hello, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I was grabbing dinner." The general's in the chat. Matt, you know what happens when the general's in the chat. She always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What is going on? I hope you're doing well, Val. Good to see you. Teal's in the chat as well saying, "What's up, everybody?" Hashtag Movies and Beyond fam. What is up, my man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. The Fantastic Oracle is in the chat as well, saying, "Hey, gang, did anybody watch Friday the 13th films on Friday the 13th? Hell yeah, man. I got one in, and it kind of bled over in the Saturday, but, you know,
yeah,
I did what I could.
I wanted to, man. I wanted to. Just no time.
I did what I could. Let's see here. Let's see. Michelle hit 23 months as well. Congratulations, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, that's being let out the bag, isn't it? I'm not gonna click on that and just see if see if that goes by. I'm gonna see if that just goes by. All right, Matt, you ready to talk about some Friday the 13th? Friday.
Yeah, we got a lot of masks. Let's get this rolling, dude. I'm absolutely ready. Let's get it rolling.
You being the guest, Matt, we will start with number 14. You know, I should have cut one of them out so we had 13 masks to rank for Friday the 13th, but just like Friday the 13th, what would it be? Part 4, maybe? That it's Sunday the 15th. Technically, Friday the 13th, part 4 was probably Monday, the 16th, but let's see. Yeah, that's what it would be. But, you know, whatever. Here's what we're going to do. Matt, I am going to start it off with you, and I want you to give me your number 14 mask. Again, for everybody in the chat, I'm going to throw this up here. These are the masks we're doing. Starting with part 2 and ending with the 2 different masks in the remake, because you got Rap Sack Head and you've got the remake mask. We are ranking them in order from our least favorite to our favorite. So number 14 will be our least favorite. Number 1 will be our favorite. Matt, what do you have for your number 14?
All right, guys. So for 14, I am going with, and this is just what I called it. I'm not really sure what the hell to call it. It's I call it the second one from part 5, not the Roy, but I guess it's from the dream sequence type of thing.
I gotcha.
And it's really it's a simple reason, and it's more so that to me it's just kind of irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not a fan with the one with the, you know, just the chevron on the top. It's never really been my jam. It's not there's not a lot of masks that like I'm gonna sit here and say I absolutely despise or anything like that. I mean, a hockey mask is a hockey mask. Some are cool, some are meh. It's really because of the irrelevance. You know, it's when I think of 5, I have one mask in mind, man, and it's the Roy Burns. You know, that is what 5 is centered around. That's what it's all about. So for me, this is more like a what would you say? Like if you're saying it like in Meyer's sense, it's more like along the lines of a Ben Tramer, or a Brute mask, you know, more like an oddity kind of thing from the franchise.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't mean a lot to me. It's not so much that it's, you know, super hideous or anything like that. It's irrelevant. So really could care less about that mask. It takes the 14th spot for me, man.
All right. Just remember to put the old number 14 up in the corner so we know where we're at. Matt, yes, definitely. Not one of my favorites as well, but For me, my number 15, and this will not be popular with everyone, or 14, I'm sorry, will not be popular with everyone because I know that there are a lot of fans of it, but to me,
that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, dude, it just never fit in right. And I am going with the Roy Burns mask itself. Yeah, dude, like I get the love for it,
Yeah, I don't mind it, man.
I do so much, man. Like, to me, Jason has a chevron. You know what I mean? Like, this is saying to me, the blue says not Jason. That's synonymous for me now, with this movie. And I'm not saying it's the worst Friday the 13th movie, but to me, the mask, it's not one that I enjoy, whatsoever. And actually, it's the one that I enjoy the least because it is my number 14. I'm sorry to those who don't agree with me, but for me on my list, dude, this is my number 14. And yeah, dude, I'm not feeling it. I never have been. It's just, it's my worst one, man. It's the last mask I would put on if I was going to be Jason. Right, it definitely is the last one for sure. But let's jump back into the chat. I want to make sure that I get everybody here as we're going because Russell Dorsey has hit 15 months as a Movies and Beyond member, saying, "Let's get this party started." Thug Life. Yeah. Hi everyone. What's up, Russell? I didn't even see you come in, brother. I hope that you are doing well, my friend. Good to see you.
I've always said it's not a true show until Russell shows up. What's up, Russell?
So Russell pops in for sure. Let's see. Teal is saying the mask on the screen is okay at best. That's when we had the mask up that you would pick the alternate part 5. Both of us picked a part 5, which is actually crazy.
I know. We're already ripping 5, dude.
We started there. Paula throwing the congrats, and so is Jerry. Tim talking about the reboot sack. All right. Teal is saying the bandage sack is actually badass and authentic. It differs from the Phantom Killer vibe. Hell yeah, man.
Hey, that is cool. And this is all gonna come up. So yeah, I cannot disagree with that, man.
Oh yeah. James is saying it looks like a pancake. I got you. Tim is saying they stuck with the single chevron on a couple of the movies. Wasn't it 5, 6, and 7? Well,
sounds about right. Very close. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go through them and see, but yeah, it's probably pretty close. Tim is saying yes, that one is 13 on my list. Russell saying hello to everybody and also saying smash that like button if you love that mask, Matt. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let's see. Paula is saying I prefer the red under the eye over the blue. I definitely do too, for sure. For sure. James is saying, I like the Roy Burns mask. It's not the worst to me. I understand.
You know what? And what would we think? Probably the exact same. What if they were all blue and the Roy was the red? I guarantee it wouldn't make much of a difference. We would hate the red.
It's possible.
We would probably hate the red.
It is possible.
It's so what you get used to and what is in your mind for your character. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It is definitely possible. It is definitely possible. Teal said 13 is a new beginning mask. Oh yeah. Paula said the red is more intimidating. I agree 100%. I do. I think red's more intimidating than blue.
Yeah, blue's almost a little on the pretty side. Yeah.
A little bit like, hey, I look like Jason, but I'm not really him. Russell said to me, Roy isn't Jason. I got you. Teal said, oh, damn, I thought from the final chapter that was the idea from the studio. No, it wasn't. No, they're different, and we will see.
And Roy might not be Jason, but he's a fucking killer. I will give him that.
Oh, yeah. Michael G is saying, I think the one where he was gauzed up like a freaking Band-Aid from the remake is the worst.
No.
I gotcha.
No.
All right, Matt, we're going with number 13, brother. Where do you sit?
All right, I'm going to get my little cheat sheet. And I do want to say, and this is for all of our list, man, always. I wish I had a little bit more sit down time to go over these. I did kind of knock it out fairly quick. So I think they're very close. But then again, like what we always say, you could do this show in a month and it's going to be different. So I don't try not to worry about too much. 13. This is going back to the pancake, comment, and some of the masks do look more like a pancake, and I like the hockey mask to have a little, pull back to it. This one to me comes off with the pancake shape, like I almost can't unsee it. And another thing about it is the chevrons are very, very tiny. You combine those two elements, and I just cannot get on board with this look. And this is Jason Part 8. Takes Manhattan. It is very round and flat. There it doesn't look flat, but, whatever. Yeah. Get the one freaking real good picture of it.
Looks like a motherfucking monster to me, brother.
Never liked the really thin chevrons. In my opinion, there's a lot of shots with it just very rounded out, but obviously not from the side there. But yeah, I'm going with Part 8, man. I am going Part 8, and without going too into detail, his entire look. The movie's in the middle. The look, not a huge fan.
I got you. We'll do comments in between. That way I'm not going back so much. Let's see. Start with here. Melissa saying 13 to be Jason Goes to Hell mask for me. I got you. Okay. Ryan says, man, I'm so out of my element. When we doing Freddy gloves? See, now to me, most of those look the same. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the casual.
And you know what, dude? And this is Ryan, I love you, buddy, but damn it, man. God, I just don't think a lot of people are going to be able to be like, oh, that's from a halfway decent distance. That's a 5. That's a 4. That's a 3.
You see
I mean,
how
if they can,
that finger cover kind of bends to the left. That's a Part 5. But a lot of people think the same thing with hockey masks, right?
That's missing a stitch in the thumb. That's definitely a 7.
That's definitely a 7.
Like, I don't know.
That stitch is not correct. Wayne says the original hockey mask was previously worn and used by the goalie for the Detroit Red Wings in the NHL. Awesome. Peter saying Part 5 is horrible. Amen. Weak blue color, weak bleached out color, weak chevrons. Oh yeah, my man.
I gotta grab something real quick, Michael. I'll be right back in a flash, buddy.
Tim saying, "Oh no, I love 8." Yeah, I can't be mad at you, brother. I definitely cannot be mad at you for that. Paula saying, "Love the design on that one." Hell yeah. James said it looks fine to me. Ryan said, "I love the Part 8 top 3 for me." Hell yeah. You'll see where it falls on my list. You will see. Definitely. Peter saying the Part 8 mask was the best of Part 8, but I agree. Mustard yellow with skinny chevrons. The first mask in the series, not to follow the prior damage from the past ones. Yes, but it was a new mask as well, because in Part 7, you know better than anyone, Peter, that it split. Do you know why Peter knows better than anyone? Because he put that shit back together in Roseblood. That's why he knows. He put it together. Jason had to get a new mask. Now, Wyatt already had the axe mark in it. Some things you're just going to have to let go when it comes to a Friday the 13th movie, for sure. You're just going to have to let it go. Why the axe mark was already there? I couldn't tell you. Tim says, my 13 would be Part 6. All right, my man. I get you. James says, I would take my knife over a glove. I don't know, dude. I will say this. I will say this about Nightmare on Elm Street gloves, for sure. That's got to be one of the coolest weapons in horror. Now, it might not be the most efficient, right? I'm not saying that, it would end the lives any better than the other weapon would. But damn, man, that's fucking style, right? That's fucking style for a slasher. I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that. Let's see. Teal is saying, I agree that Jason Take Manhattan mask is odd compared to the rest of the elite masks. Too fancy. Throwing that out there. Also, Jerry is saying, check out Mad Matt's Mask on Facebook if you're looking for a horror collectibles or the iconic signature. And he provides the link right there to where you can go to Mad Matt's Mask and get stuff. It is all right there. All right, Matt, are you ready for my 13 on our celebration of Friday?
I am, 'cause I'm ready for my 12.
Oh, shoot. Here we go. Here we go. I got to do it. This is it for me, man. I never done. I think that the watermelon head affects my feeling of the mask, right? It does. It does. I've never been a fan of the look whatsoever, man. And I think that there's a lot of things that go with that, right? You know, we're judging this based off of the look. And to me, man, it's just, God, I can't. I mean, I see what they were trying to do. You know, he's been through some shit. You know, it's done melted into his face and everything. For some reason, you know, his head got bigger and it's deformed and all of that stuff, man. But if I'm wearing a hockey mask, brother, this is not the one either. Not the one for me. I'm sure that a lot of people have these in their collections. I do not. Not that I won't ever own one, be part of completing a collection, but it's definitely not on my list of I must have this now for sure. And it's going to fall number 13 on my list. The Jason Goes to Hell mask. 100%. That's my 13. I almost feel bad putting it as 13 because it's Friday the 13th, but yeah.
Michael, this is a fantastic topic because if you are talking about taking the mask off and just holding it and looking at the mask, there can be a huge difference. Just like say Seven, the way the crack shows his teeth and everything, like really is a badass dope effect. So that's actually something I was going to ask you. Is it almost like the look of when it's on him, or are we going simply because in my opinion, I also don't really like the big head. I feel like I feel like if it was toned down a bit, like he still had some of the like deformities and the bumps and everything, but it was a little bit toned down, I feel like it could be up there for me. Like I really do, but it is just too much.
It is.
But I do like how it's like in his, it's freaking formed to his face and shit. I feel like I like to know what the chat thinks about that. If it was the same thing but just toned down a little bit, I think it would have but that mask, dude, because I found one at one of my very early conventions that I went to, and it was a 9, and obviously not on a big old bloated sloth head, but it looks pretty sick, man, by itself. So that's my opinion, but just something to be said about that, how it looks on him compared to,
I mean, I guess whenever I judge a mask, it is based on it being worn, kind of like Halloween masks. Like if you were to hold a Halloween mask up, you know what I mean? Like I always look at the OG mask as being worn, right? Because if you're going to hold it up, if you're going to hold it up, it's not going to get the form of, the actor's face. Hockey masks are a little different in that, but, to an extent they are, because you can hold it up, with your 2 fingers like this and they'll stay together. Unlike, a Michael mask where you hold it up and it just shrivels up, right?
Right.
But you can see like when some of these Jasons are wearing these masks, and I have one in particular in mind. Like if you look at Brooker when he's wearing that mask, it kind of bends the mask a certain way when it's on his head. And we will get to that, as opposed to just holding it up, it's definitely going to look a little different, for sure. But yeah, for me, dude, it's Jason Goes to Hell, and there's just so much. There's just so much with this. I could probably talk for 10 minutes on why I don't like the Jason Goes to Hell mask for sure.
But we got a lot of masks.
Yeah,
there are a lot of masks. Looking at my list, like shit.
Wayne is saying, remember how bad the mask was in that short film last year? Oh, Sweet Revenge. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I didn't include that for this one. I did not. James is saying, I hate that mask with his brain sticking out like that. Yuck. It's a Toxic Avenger. Russell's laughing. Melissa, the wild card's agreeing with me. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Ryan said Jason Goes to Hell has definitely grown off me. I used to love it. Still not bottom 3. James is saying Jason looks like a melon head with those brains sticking out.
That was confusing. Is Ryan saying he likes it now? It's grown off of him. I'm confused.
And I think
grown on him.
I think he used to love it, and now it's like going
Not
down.
so much. Okay.
Peter says Jason Goes to Hell was the first Jason mask ever that was not a mask. It was part of the hood. I got you, my man.
Okay. Okay. That's
Paul
actually
says,
how Trick or Treat did it too. They came out with that one, and it's just all together. So that actually makes sense. Okay.
Oh yeah. Paula says, whatever you do, don't ask Jason to take his mask off. I don't know. You'll have the Toxic Avenger there for sure. Sarah Campbell's in the chat as well, saying, "Hey friends, what's up, Sarah? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you."
Hello, Sarah.
Teal is saying, I don't know how they shrink the mask, but I don't like how it's embedded into his face with the design of Jason is best after New Blood. He looks like an adult side zombified version of when he was a kid. You know, I always justify in my head that, you know, somehow when that movie came out, I was probably an early teenager. That it was just like, well, he was in the sewers in Manhattan, you know, and the toxic waste. But then again, if you really look at it and you really want to pay attention to it, he was a boy after that happened. And all the logic goes to shit 100%.
Yeah.
If I had a head like that, I would just wear a potato sack. All right. If I had a head like that, I'd be seeing a doctor. I mean, they'd have to be doing something.
Yeah. Cream's not going to cut that.
Oh, yeah. Cynthia is saying the tent scene in Jason Goes to Hell automatically gives the movie a 5 out of 10. That tent kill was freaking crazy. Like crazy town crazy. You know, it's funny that tent kill is in my top 5 of Friday the 13th kills, like Jason kills. But the movie's just so trash. I never really get to talk about it too much. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. Sarah Campbell's gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much. Hey, whatever you guys are gifting, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. It means the world to me. A million thank you. All right, Matt.
12.
We are on 12. Where do you sit, sir?
This is it's pretty simple, man, and it goes back to what I said. Not a huge fan of one chevron. In a sense, that's also not fully Jason to me. I'm going with 6, man, and this is 6. This is 6. Bullet hole. I like it a little bit better with the bullet hole,
right?
But just not a fan, man. I feel like 6, if you add the cheek chevrons and take away his utility belt, you've got something there. But he's just got 2 eyesores for me, man. And it's the missing chevrons and his Batman belt. So yeah, I'm going 6, man.
All right. And I am forgetting to put out these numbers here to change these. We're on number 12. Sorry about that. A better host would have that together. Yeah, dude, I get it. I get it for 6. There's definitely not, there's definitely not a whole lot going on, with that. Melissa says 12 for me is Friday 5. Are you talking about the Friday 5 Jason or the Friday 5 Roy? Let me know, Melissa. Teal said, I think the mask design is fine. It's just the way that they shrunk it. Oh, still talking about Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Russell says the only good thing about Jason Goes to Hell was the Duke. Oh, Duke was good as shit. Oh, yeah. James is saying the doctor would put you down with an ugly head like that one.
That's what I just read.
Teal says Jason Lives mask is one of the best for me. I got you.
We've only got one cure for you, buddy.
Hell yeah.
It's lethal injection.
We're going to put him down. Like, we're not going to help him. We're just going to put him down. Melissa said the Roy version. Okay, with the blue. I got you. Peter saying 6 with the walnut finish is also 20% larger and wider. I like it. It's grown on me. I got you, man. I got you. Russell says Jason Voorhees wanted to do construction with his utility belt or be Batman.
I guess.
Or be Batman.
I guess. I was just.
All right, number 12 for me, Matt, and this might be a shocker to you, because I go through phases with this mask. Some days I'm like, you know what, I can dig it. It's different. You know what I mean? I'm on board. And then other days I'm just like, like let me get this straight. When we get to these masks now, I don't dislike any of them. I just like more than the ones that are popping up, and I think that this is the first one to really start that for me. And I'm going with Jason X, the OG Jason.
Were
X
you saying to start that you do like?
Yeah, I mean,
like
I dig it.
Like a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, like I don't hate it, right?
Sick,
but it is my number 12. So when we get down to these, it's different, right? It's definitely different. It's got a little bit more of that Casey Jones vibe to it than it does the Jason Voorhees. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It is another single chevron mask, but I don't have an issue with the single chevrons. I don't, but in the grand scheme of things, I would say from this max down, I dig all of them. I just like some more than I like others. And then
that
you get
shot
into
looks killer.
5. Oh yeah, dude. Like,
where I think I've got that mask in the wrong spot, dude. I'm serious.
It's like, oh, I can dig this one. I can definitely dig it for sure. But that is my number 12. That's where I sit with that one. Just a little.
I gotta get on Etsy after this show and buy me one of them bitches.
He said, "This has got to happen. This has got."
That looks good, dude. That looked really good.
Paul is saying, which one was Jason Lives? That was part 6. Part 6 was.
But
Jason
you know what
Lives.
it is, Michael? A lot of people, like myself included, it's forgettable because you relate Jason X more to Uber Jason. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because he was Uber for way less time than he was this Jason.
I know, but correct me if I'm wrong. I just feel like most people look at X as more like the Uber Jason and kind of forget about that mask that he has on in the beginning and through half the movie. But it's pretty damn sick, man.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, it's just not, it just in my list of Jason masks that I love, it's number 12, man. And I dig it, but I just not as much as the other ones for sure. Right. Wayne said the best thing about Jason Goes to Hell was it ended. Oh, that's a fair. I got you. James said it looks like a blast shield. I got you. Ryan says it literally looks like Kane Hodder doing bad cosplay. With the hair and everything. Like, I wasn't a fan of the hair either. Like,
no, the hair is awful.
It's like
he's midway through treatment of getting plugs.
Right. Or he's got whatever they grow hair back with now.
But that has nothing to do with the mask.
It doesn't. It does not. Although the walnut head in Jason Goes to Hell really does, I think it does. We wouldn't get Freddy versus Jason Voorhees if it wasn't for Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know. I don't know. They were talking about Freddy versus Jason when in the 80s they were talking about it. It kind of gave a lead up for sure. James says, man, look at the head on that one. I've seen better heads on beer. All right. Teal said, I agree. The pre-Uber mask looks off. It's definitely different. They definitely tried for something different.
Am I the only one that's digging it here?
I mean, I said I liked it. Pre-Uber Jason.
I liked it. Calm down, Matt.
Pre-Uber Jason X. Hate the nose and the smallness. Also, Kane's hair coming out bothered me. Agree has Casey Jones. The Casey Jones feeling. It does.
And I love the Casey Jones mask, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I like the frozen version of this better. FYI, I have that jacket made, signed. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Michael G is saying, my favorites are both from Jason X, with a part 7 very close in second. Ryan is saying, the end of Jason Goes to Hell with the glove taking the mask was better than Freddy versus Jason. Cynthia is saying, Jason X mask looked like a true pancake. I got you.
No.
Yeah.
Which one?
The
first.
I don't know. Michelle's right. Everybody hit that like button. Yeah, if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button for me. Do that for me. All right, Matt. We are on number 11. Let me switch that over. We have hit number 11. What do you have for your number 11?
This is not gonna be a hot take. I'm going part 4.
Oh, what the
dude? There's something about 4 where I look at it as, man, dude, because it's like, yeah, it's like 3, but I just, no, man. The chevron missing, the axe wound. I guess I prefer. I like 3 so much. I like the clean version or the barn scene where it's intact but scruffy. And I dude, this comes down to me liking Richard Brooker's look so much. Is what it is. How he's got the hunchback, and then he's more straight up in 4, and it's just, yeah, I know it's not a hot take, man, but 4 is just not my jam. Showing that picture, I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty damn cool. But you guys know I'm weird, man. I mean, I know that. But it's like, I like the Richard Brooks style wearing that mask so much better than the Ted White. Is where I struggle. And that's about all I got. I'm
gonna save my stuff.
No, man, I'm used to getting ripped.
Yeah, like maybe it's when I grew up, but you know, for me, part 4, when I see part 4, that is Jason Voorhees to me. You know what I mean? Like that is that, like, ooh, I get to that.
I see 3, it's Jason. And what else I like about Brooker's, when Brooker wears that mask, it looks like it almost barely fits. Like his head is like almost a little too big for the mask. His straps are a little too big. And then when Ted puts it on, it just all fits. He's got this big, yeah, that's my opinion, man.
Ooh.
I'm not the biggest fan of 4's look. And I know it's so similar.
It's very similar. Michelle has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it so much. Thank you a million times. Thank you. Melissa's throwing up the wild card. Is throwing one up there.
I love you, Melissa. I do.
Tim said 3 and 4 are my favorites. Michelle's clowning the nose on part 4. Melissa's saying I'm going with Jason versus Freddy. Russell is throwing a what's going on here moment. Teal's agreeing with you there. 4 is off as well.
Okay.
Jerry's throwing out the $1 Patreon a month. So yes, check it out. Check it out for sure. Let's see. Hell yeah. Michael G is saying I'm seeing a lot of disagreements here. We probably should call it a night. Love this shit. James is saying it looks like he's been going faster than the sound barrier, and the paints have been burned off his nose. You guys are smoking. You guys are freaking smoking.
Dude, and knows he was pretty damn fast. So many people forget that Jason was not just the, in the day, dude. He could move.
Well, yeah. Peter's throwing the WTF, and now I'm shutting off this show. Part 4 is like part 3 on steroids. There are 6 versions.
No, 3's on steroids.
Ted White classic. You cut me deep.
4, he goes off the steroids.
I got you, my man. I got you. Paula said the OG is classic. The OG is classic. Eric from the Bearded Entertainment has hit 18 months as a member at Movies and Beyond. What is up, my man, dude? Thank you so much. Saying the remake is the best out there. Perfect mask.
I like the remake. I'm on board with you there, Eric.
Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat saying, hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Kaylee and I are now here. Well, welcome to both of y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all.
What's up, Jeff? What's up, Kaylee?
Good to see y'all. All right, Matt, you ready for my number 11?
Yeah.
My number 11. If you guys are a fan, I do apologize, but I'm going with Freddy versus Jason. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going with Freddy versus Jason, because they did nothing with this mask. You know, like it came out late. It doesn't even have the axe mark in it. And it's just like, is it recognizable? Yes, it is. But it's like you did nothing. You know what I mean? Like you get like Demon Freddy, you get that cool shot of Freddy, with the eyes at the beginning. But you didn't do nothing for my man,
but
dude.
they do something like 9 and stuff, and you dog it.
You did nothing, dude.
Or make the chevrons blue, and you dog it. What do you want them to do, Michael?
You did nothing. It's a plain Jane freaking hockey mask that we've all seen before. In all honesty, I feel like you did nothing. You didn't even put the axe mark in there. If you're gonna do absolutely nothing, at least put the axe mark in there. I mean, it's fine, but like I said, I like everything that's on here, but it did nothing special for me, like whatsoever. I may like it a little more than my next one that I put out there, but it's because, like I said, a few of these could change, but like to me, it just it did nothing. It did nothing different, and yeah, like that's. I mean, maybe the buckles are kind of cool on it, but other than that, man, as the mask itself, I just don't feel like it did. It's like I said, it's fine, but that's it. It's fine. Like, I don't know. I'm probably going to get tore up in the chat, but I just feel like it's fine. It's fine. That's it. That is it. Let's see. James is saying, I love the remake mask. Oh, yeah. Teal is saying Lives or Part 3 are the best after the remake mask. I got you. Tim is saying this was 12 for me. I got you. Ryan is saying pissed off goalie. All right. Oracle is saying I like the Part 3 mask, but it's not the only mask I like. Russell saying I agree, Michael. It's just they didn't do nothing. I just feel like they did nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Like, and that's why, like I said, I don't hate this mask. I don't dislike it, but
it's got a little more weathering than the Part 3. It's not as clean.
Yeah.
It's got a little more like aging to it, I guess. A little more.
Yeah. I got you.
But
I got you. Teal said I'd rank the final chapter mask higher than Freddy versus Jason. I got you. Cecilia says the Jason Goes to Hell suit would have been perfect for Freddy versus Jason. I gotcha. Jeff said it hasn't been announced yet, but Derek Mears will be at Horror Hound. Yeah, they announced on social media probably like 3 or 4 days ago that he'd be there. So it's out there. It's just not on the site.
It's on their site now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Which is awesome. Because I've got to get another Camp Crystal Lake
gotcha
sign going. I sold the last one.
Pissed Offerson. I like it. I like the name. Pissed Offerson. Is saying I'm partial to the 7 mask because Jason was pissed and it showed. I gotcha. Josh is saying I hope they redesign the Jason Universe mask. You and me both, my man. You and me both. Definitely. All right, Matt, we are moving on to, let me move up here. We are on number 10. We are in the top 10.
I am so interested in what some of, even myself though, but like a lot of times we contradict ourselves, guys. When it's different, we hate it, but then we're like, I hope they do something different. Like, what do you want them to do? I'm not even sure I know that answer. I'm not, do you guys know that answer?
Here's
like, what do you want them to do with the mask that you're going to be like, oh, they fucking nailed it?
He's talking about the Jason Universe mask.
I know.
Like, here's the thing. And this,
I kind of like it.
Oh God, it's horrible. Here's the thing where it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like we changed the mask, and you have fans like me that are like, well, why the fuck would you change the mask? And then they're like, we left the mask alone. oh, you can't make it your own. You know what I mean? It's like you can't win with me, you know, and I'm well aware of that of myself. It's like, oh, you did absolutely fucking nothing. Congratulations. You know, and then they change it too much. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck, man?
That ain't Jason.
That ain't Jason. Like, why do you even bother? But the mere fact that we can laugh about it, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
It is. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
all right. What do you?
This is what's funny. This is what's funny about my 10. It's kind of like why I was giving you shit. My 10 is Freddy vs. Jason.
I almost lost my headphones. Oh my gosh! Like, what? You haven't thought of this. You haven't.
Well,
by the way,
I just don't think they changed enough.
They did nothing different. I'm telling you. You're like, what? That's not true.
But
by the way, actually,
Michael, this is funny, dude. Because when I was even saying that to you, I didn't look at my list, and I had to go back to it. I saw my next one was Freddy vs. Jason when I'm sitting there giving you shit.
So Matt, why is this your number 10?
So, dude, I don't know if my list is where I exactly want it, man. But I'm gonna say this, dude. I will say this about the mask. I did purchase one. You might have seen it down here. I've sold it since, but I did purchase a Freddy vs. Jason mask from Maniac Mask, and it was fucking gorgeous. I kind of wish I just, you know, I can even not really like something, but if an artist can like just nail it, it'll grow on me. Like more like respecting the art of how close they got to, you know, what that should look like. But
yeah,
they absolutely. I forget his name over there at Maniac Mask, but he absolutely nailed it. But you know why it's not higher up on my list is, you know, I'll say this, we're getting into masks I like. You know, I don't really despise that many of them, so I don't hate it. But yeah, after dogging you, I gotta agree with you a little bit.
It's like, yeah,
you know, being Freddy vs. Jason, they could have done a little something different for sure, man. So it just lacks there as far as uniqueness. You know, it just lacks there. But I do dig it, man, because you know, hell, you can't go wrong with a full Jason mask, all the chevrons. It's got a little bit of weathering. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
There's just ones I like a little bit higher up.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, it's not bad. It's just there. You know what I mean? Like it's not horrible. Like I didn't want to come off that way. And like I said, from 12 down, these are all masks that I dig, right? And my next one, I kind of wish that I had switched these two around for sure, because, you know, when we get into my number 10, and I think that my mindset with this was, you know, it's very close to masks that I really like. And that's me going for, you know, the part 5 Jason, right? The dream sequence Jason, right? And it's again, you know, nothing special, but it has the X mark in it, so there's that. But it's missing other things that the part 4 mask had, to where the reason why it's like that, and this is what I tell myself, because you have to do that with Friday the 13th, you know? You have to kind of throw logic out, and you have to kind of be like, well, this is how that happened, was that it was a dream, right? So it's not going to look exact. It's how Tommy remembers Jason, because we have to remember that Jason isn't really there. So that's how I've justified that to myself. I don't really know if that's, you know, if anyone even had it in mind, you know, when they made the movies, because it was just like, hey, we put $1 million into this, we're going to get 10 back. Let's crank out another one. You know what I mean? Like that's more along the lines of what they're thinking there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, like that's kind of where we're
at. I like his overall look in Versus. I'm not sure how you feel about that. I like his skin tone. I think is really dope. It's very, very, you know, it kind of keeps that zombie undead, you know, look. And another thing I know you're not going to agree with, but I don't mind the hair. You know, he's got that little bit of stringy hair going on. I think that's I like that with a Jason. I know you do not.
Yeah.
But I like his look, the coat. you know, he's a freaking behemoth in that. And imagine if he could move like Derek Mears wearing that shit, though. Like, oh,
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
you know.
I got you. All right, Matt. Number 9. Where do you sit?
All right, 9. All right, this is where it starts getting fun here. All right, man. Yeah, I'm going with Roy.
The blue. Okay, I got
Blue
you.
Roy. Yeah, Blue Roy. It's just I think it's a pretty cool mask, especially for a collector to have something that stands out in your collection that's a little bit different. Yeah, and I've seen some really, really cool custom Roys that, you know, have the weathering and all that stuff going on. Don't mind the blue chevrons because they should be blue in this one because it is not Roy. So I'm cool with that. You know, you put them on the real Jason, then you got a whole nother story. But you know, this is an imposter, and those marks say it all. So don't hate it. The shape of the mask is cool. The shape of the chevrons is pretty damn cool. You know, they're different. They're a little bit bigger. Yeah, man, I would like to have a pretty cool custom Roy in my collection, dude. You know, but what's that?
Get you a Roy mask there.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
You know, not my favorite. You know, you see what number it is here, but don't hate it. And it makes sense, you know, being blue. He's an imposter.
Hell yeah. All right. My number 9. I'm going to throw it up there. And it falls along the lines of what we've been talking about. You know, like to me, it's the CJ Graham Part 6 because it's fine, but it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Jason mask, you know, like they got the axe mark, which is good. You know, they got the chipped chevron, which is good. But you know, like, I don't know, maybe I would have liked to see a little more damage. I mean, I don't know what you could change about this mask to make me like it more than what we got. But to me, it's a number 9. It's fine. You know, I hate to give like an answer like that to where it's like I can't sit here and tell you everything wrong with it because I don't think that there's a lot wrong with it. So I can't say like, well, this is shaped funny or that shaped
just
funny.
what it is lacking.
Yeah, it's just like I just feel like it just needed a little more to it, you know. And you know, I'm not the artist to decide what that is, but at the end of the day, it's just it's okay. It's a good mask. I like it. Like I said, you know, we're into all masks that I like, but there's just really nothing special about it.
You know, a route they never really went with the like a route they never really went with the mask is like when you talk about like say chips and cracks aside from, you know, the big one taken off here but you know, what if they just did like some, you know, not chunks out or anything, but like, you know, some cracks, maybe some you know, around the edges, you know, a little bit of pieces missing or you know, maybe something like that. Scuff marks that are like that are very random, as in the fan film. What's that really good fan film? Never Hike Alone, you know, has some scuff marks that are very random. Stuff like that's pretty cool. They didn't do a lot of that, you know. It's either
and how I justified it in my mind was Tommy had it the whole time and he kept it in a drawer. You know what I mean? Like, because if you remember at the beginning of Part 6, it's not like the mask was in the ground with him. You know, Tommy threw it on top of him. He's like, "Fuck you, Jason," and he throws it on top of him. So that's how I, you know, justify it, you know, in my mind that it's not torn up. But at the same time, I guess I just wanted a little bit more with it, a little bit, it's just very plain Jane. Very plain.
I wouldn't mind to see one with you know, and not just like the dirty weathering, but like with some cracks. Some
Well,
nice
I mean, when he gets shot, he's got the bullet hole in there, and there's some cracks around where the bullet went in. When you get that, but it's again like I don't know. Melissa was saying, I love the 6 mask in the movie too. I like the movie. Trust me, these mask rankings have nothing to do with movie order. On the way that I like the movies for sure. Like it doesn't.
And 6 just recently grew on me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. I remember that because you're like, you know what? Because I remember past, you're like, I'm just not feeling 6, but you hit me up like, hey man, I was watching 6 the other day, and it's crazy how these.
I always hit you up when one of them changes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how that stuff happens with these older movies.
It's a pretty good film.
Oh yeah.
It is crazy. Like, especially a movie that you've seen, the first time you saw it was, 30 years ago.
It's like, I've had 30 years to think about this. All right. I'm going to go ahead.
I got to tell you something.
You know what? Let me tell you something about something that was made in 1986. All right. It's like, what year is that? That was fucking 40 years ago. Are you freaking serious right now?
Yeah.
All right, my man. We are on number 8. Number 8.
Oh goodness. Okay. So I don't know if this is higher up than it should be. It's Uber Jason. I'm going Uber. The full look, when he's wearing it, is pretty gnarly. It's pretty cool. Yeah, man. I always feel like as far as if you're going metal, and I always remember from the first time I watched the film, I thought they could have done maybe a little bit better with it, but saw some shots actually recently that I was able while I was researching the mask. I brought up some shots, and it looks pretty damn good. It does. I guess I'm saying if it's taken off of Jason and you're kind of just looking at the Uber mask, I feel like they could have done better on him with his whole get up, his whole outfit, pretty solid. So for those reasons, it's kind of right there in the middle for me. It's not my favorite. I don't hate it. So I'm going Uber Jason, man.
It is definitely different. You know what I mean? Definitely different from the norm. And it's funny how, my thoughts can differ. Like, that's too different. I don't like it. To where it's way different and I like it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Would it be too much to ask for you to show us your Uber Jason that is right there behind you, or is it difficult?
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to do. I got it propped up in the back to make it level because the mask is uneven and it would sit at an angle looking upward.
I got you.
I'd have to do a lot for that.
No worries.
Maybe at the end, so then I don't have to set it back up on stream. I'll show it at the end. How about that? I'll do that
if you want to.
I can do that. I know James loves that mask, so if anybody appreciates it, James will appreciate it.
I think the whole chat likes to see some cool shit too. So I don't blame them.
I've gotten behind on putting out posts. So I took a whole bunch of pictures of my Scream mask that I wanted to put out in my post section and forgot to do it. So I'll put that up too. I've already got the pictures and everything. I don't know why I haven't posted it. But I like to show little stuff here and there, like collectible stuff. But let's see. Jacob is saying Jason X pre-Uber and Uber, then part 9, then part 6, and part 3 is my favorite. Oh yeah, man.
I love it.
You got it in there, dude. You got it in there. Melissa's saying 8. Her 8 is the cloth mask from the 2009 remake. Hell yeah.
Okay.
By the way, that's a hard picture to get. By the way, I have one, but I'll say what I have to say when I get to that. But when we get, my number 8. That we're going to, Matt, and it's I gotta do it, because it's the truth, and I am going with Sackhead the OG Sackhead. And I think
That's a killer look, man.
It is, dude. It is a killer look. But you know, like I said, I like all of this stuff that we were at. We're on number 8. It is cool as shit. It is. Not 100% original, but it is cool as shit, and it is synonymous with Jason Voorhees and part 2 for me. I do love it. You know, there are certain parts of the movie where you could tell that, you know, the actor's having a really hard time with it. You know, when he's chasing Jenny through the woods, you can tell it's kind of flopping all over the place. But, you know, at the same time, dude, it is super cool. And, you know, we are really into the mask that I totally dig. So this is where I chose to put it. Number 8, Sackhead Jason for me. Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. Let me get into James was saying, I think I left off on this one. James was saying, absolutely love the Uber mask. It kicks ass. Russell saying the same thing. Paula agreeing. Gina saying Uber is her favorite. And then Paula told us she's grabbing a snack. Paula, get a good snack, and I want to know what you got. Tila saying, imagine the spirit of Pamela as the killer in 5. Oh, shit, that's crazy. That is crazy. Josh is saying, I like the Jason Universe mask, but as a novelty mask. All right, I can dig that, man. I can definitely dig that. All right, Matt, we are moving on to number 7.
What I like about part 2 Sackhead is, to me, and this is not just the sack, his entire look in that is very, very realistic to if that guy was really coming at you, that type of person. That's much more like what he's going to look like than a big old brute with a hockey mask. Like, what the fuck's with the hockey mask? Like, where'd you get that?
He stole it from Shelley. That's
know,
where he got it.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? That it just looks so fucking like what would really be going on, in my opinion. You know, let me know what you guys think. But you know, this guy, you know, I don't look at him as super intelligent, you know, but you know, he's a little bit mutilated, doesn't like the way he looks. You know, what's he gonna do out there in the woods to cover himself up? He's most likely going to grab a sack before a hockey mask.
And that's what happened. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the series. Like, Jason, to me, Sackhead was an excellent origin for Jason. Because other than the jump out of the water in the first one, you know, this is the first time we're seeing Jason Voorhees. His clothes are really clean, though, surprisingly, in part 2 for, you know, what he is. But at the same time, man, I think that it's a good start for the character. And I think that it was a good lead up to him actually getting the hockey mask and you seeing how he gets it. And then being able to show him on screen, but still leaving his face as a surprise. So I think they did a great job with that.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Okay. We are to number 7.
I'm going going Jason Goes to Hell, man. I dig that mask.
I gotcha.
You know, with the Casey Jones. No, I'm sorry, not the Casey Jones, but yeah. And I'm not talking, guys, about the entire look. Okay, I'm talking about you take that mask off. In my opinion, it is super, super dope. And I could be a little bit biased because I was able to pick one up that had just these gnarly leather straps that were really weathered. But no, and another thing I like is, you know, around the mask, just kind of like I was saying, you know, it's not perfect. There's all these indentations and these, like, you know, like it was, you know, been through the ringer, that I also freaking dig. The shape of it, the one side that's, you know, got the, you know, crack in it and everything, dude. I really, really like it. I've recently sold that mask. I very much wish I could show it to you guys. I kind of wish I didn't sell it, but yeah, it was signed by Kane Hodder. But very, very cool. I like the mask, man. And it, yeah, I like the edges. I like the edges. It's not perfect. It's like,
yeah,
you know, it's got some, you know,
it almost looks like a puzzle piece stuck to his face.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it looks
but
like a hockey.
I just want to say I agree with everybody about, but I still would like to see an artist dude that goes to hell, tone down everything. His body, how he looks so puffy, tone that down. The head, keep it like, the bumps and stuff, but just tone it down. I think it could look fucking cool. I just think it's too much, in my opinion. It's just simply too much, but it's a cool idea. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah, man. Hell freaking yeah. All right, we're getting
number. Hit the restroom real quick, Michael. I'll be right back, buddy.
All right, I'll read some of the comments here until he gets back before I jump into my next one. All right. Cynthia saying Tommy is the real killer in part 5. Roy was his partner. I know that in part 5, that was the route that they were wanting to go, was to make Tommy the killer. And I'm so glad that they didn't. I'm so glad that they didn't, because I don't know. There were a lot of people that weren't happy with 5 when it came out. It was the first Friday the 13th movie I saw in theaters. I was fucking 7 or 8 years old. And I was not happy. I was not happy. So much and so that they made part 6 and they called it Jason Lives. So, we're not tricking you this time. A lot of what they did with, Michael Myers, in Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers, you want to be sure that if you're buying a ticket that you're going to get what you want to see. And, so calling it Jason Lives after him coming back for sure. Definitely. I'm definitely glad they didn't go that route. Melissa's saying her number 7 will be Friday 3. Oh yeah. Friday 3 is such a good look. And like I said, when we get down, like we're getting down in his top 7. I totally dig all of these freaking masks at this point. None of these are bad masks to me. None of them. I mean, you could switch some of these around and I'd be like, yeah, that's about right. Once we get down into these, for sure, 100%. Excuse me. Russell said, just call him Possessed by Jason Voorhees. Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. I definitely see what you did there. Chi, what's up, Patrick? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. He goes, Bigfoot needs no mask. Dude, I'm telling you. I'm going to reach out to you, dude. We're doing a Bigfoot show. I don't know shit about Bigfoot, but we're doing it. We're definitely doing it just for your constant presence with Bigfoot. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Josh is saying, what are your thoughts on the Jason mask from the canceled TV series? Let me take a look at it again and get back to you for sure. Because I remember the TV series Friday the 13th. But I don't think that I've seen a TV series of the hockey mask. And even when Friday the 13th, the series was out back in the day, I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it much. The one without Jason. It was the shop with the haunted items and, all of that stuff. I remember it from the 80s. Excuse me. I remember it from the 80s. But I've never gone back to watch it again. And as for the canceled TV series, I definitely have to take a look at it. I don't want to just give you a generic answer without seeing it again for sure. Teal said, I love the metal mask. Imagine if it was a full design. Are you talking about the metal mask from the Uber Jason metal mask? Or are you talking about the metal mask in the advertisement for Jason Goes to Hell? Which one are you talking about, Teal? Let me know. James said a puzzle piece. That's funny. Honestly, like that's what it seems like to me. It's like so jagged around the edges that I feel like that's kind of what it reminds me of. And it's funny as that is, that it's true. Like that's how I feel about that mask for sure. Jacob said, I respect 5 now. Dude, I respect 5. I don't disrespect 5, movie wise. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's horrible. Now, if you're talking about the killer in 5, yeah, I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I'm not. Jerry Wilson has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that, my man. A million times thank you. A million times. It means the world to me. You guys reaching out and donating to the channel like you guys do. And then hopefully, I will be getting around to doing channel member live onlys here soon, where we'll pick certain topics that we'll talk about for channel members only. So I can't wait to get to that. And then also, I think this is a good time, while we're waiting for Matt to get back, to where I do let you guys know, along with channel members and talking about all that. If you are interested and you would like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube over on Patreon, it is $1 a month. And you will get a ton of extra content over there. Right now, we are doing horror duels on Movies and Beyond over there. And a lot of people seem to be loving it. So for only $1 a month, you can join Movies and Beyond on Patreon. The link is at the bottom there. So check it out. I guarantee that you will have a good time with that. Holy, look at this fucking guy right here. Holy shit, look at you. Look at you, man. Tell us about it, sir. Tell us about it. For those who don't know, who is that? Or say nothing. I mean, that's up to you too. You can say nothing. Well done.
Are you guys terrified?
I think I need to go to the bathroom.
Is this an absolute gem?
That's super
of
cool,
a
dude.
horror mask? Is it not iconic?
It is.
It's not.
It is. It's super iconic. Can you see out of that thing?
I cannot. Who in the world, guys, sat around a table and said, yes, that's the mask we're going to use because that's the face of horror.
Yeah.
Who said I can't even wear it much longer?
All right.
I'm not going to lie, but I had to do it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
What do you think, Michael?
Well, I mean, it's a mask.
Do you want one?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Look
I mean, but there are
have
fans. Right?
Have I ever looked more ridiculous?
Don't
Don't answer that. Never mind. Don't answer
that. Speaking of which, though, I hope you do take off the mask in a second because I have to step out for just a quick second. And I was going to let you read through some comments so I could do that because I am old. I am old and I do have to take a step out for just a second. So I am going to leave you here, Mad Matt, for just a moment as I step out. And then when we get back, I will get to my number 7. I do promise. And I will be right back, sir.
Some guys I would wear that. So that is, yeah.
I got you, my man.
Michael G, I hope you enjoyed that. God, that mask is awful.
All right. I will be right back, sir.
Oh shit, Michael's going somewhere. I didn't even hear that. I couldn't see out of the mask. I couldn't hear out of the fucking mask. Where did he say he is going? Oh shit, it's my show now, bitches. All right, guys, what's going on? Let me read some chat and we will chat. Happy Death Day to you. Russell says no, Matt. Guys. And I know that there's people out there that love that or love the movie, maybe love the mask. But seriously, to me, I was not kidding. It's my least favorite mask of all time. I saw that movie. Didn't hate the movie, like as far as like what it was. But as soon as I saw the preview, I'm like, that can't be the mask that they're going to go with. And, for this film, like it just can't. But that comes from a guy who, like, I'm so much on the visual. You guys know that. And it's like, how cool is it going to be when you finally see the killer and he looks like a fucking giant baby? Like, just stop. Let me know if you guys are with me, but, Gina, I know that you love the movie and that's fine. That's, to each his own. I don't hate the movie. Hate the mask. Don't hate the movie. All right. Let me read some more of you guys' comments. That baby mask from Happy Death Day. Where to go? Definitely some people that like the mask. There's zillions of personalities in this world. Yeah. And when I hate on something, dude, like it's not like, hell, it's definitely not true hate. That's how I feel about the mask. Like, but yeah, to each his own for sure. It's very strange looking. We need more supernatural killers again. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
dude, we're just chatting a little bit
Yeah,
about
you're good, dude.
and saying to each his own on the mask. Like, I get that.
1978 body that I'm rocking here. So
I know that. I know there's tons of people.
A little bit.
Oh, this is a good one. The John Carver mask looks better than the baby mask. So I'm guessing you're not a huge fan of the Carver mask, but you do think it's better than the baby mask. I didn't mind the John Carver mask. I mean, it fit the film, obviously, for sure. And I did dig it when it was like half burnt. I thought, yeah, I don't mind the John Carver mask.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, I got to get to my number 7. Shoot, we're running out of time, man, and we're on number 7.
Let's do it.
Let me jump in. My number 7, I am doing this. I know there are a lot of fans of this, but it is where it falls for me. I am doing the remake Sackhead.
God, look at that shot.
Dude, so
here's
the thing. Like, this is not an easy shot to get. A lot of the shots for this movie it's very dark, or it's not like original footage. It's like a lot of people are, like redone it. But to me, this is one of the best that Jason's looked. Like, he's menacing as shit. If you're coming back with a tough looking Jason, to me, this is how you do it, especially if you're coming back as Sackhead. That rap dude is something else, man. If I'm in the woods and this dude is running at me with a machete, I am shitting my pants. I'm sorry, I am. Like, Jason was fast. He was big. He was menacing. He was physical. Fucking fantastic, man. Derek Mears absolutely killed it in the role itself. As for the mask, it is my number 7. But, dude, it's like I said, we're in my top 7 here. These are all masks that I fucking love, and it's hard to put them in their perspective, their right spots for sure at this point. But it looks absolutely fantastic, and
Where
love
did
this
you find that
mask.
shot?
I found it online, dude. This is when they were filming. It's when they were filming. It was a shot from when they were filming the movie. You can tell by the lighting because you can see all the lights everywhere, and it's not dark. Like, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. But it is my number 7 for tonight.
Look at his fucking chest.
Yeah, fucking
it's
brutal, man. Fucking brutal. He is for sure.
Gosh.
Oh, all right, man.
He was an incredible Jason.
Yeah, dude.
He was. Dude.
He did.
He was. A motherfucker that big running like a linebacker is like.
Yeah, dude.
Just
doing a 4.540 with a fucking machete.
Yeah,
like it's like Ray Lewis running at you with a fucking machete. No,
let me tell some people I love him real quick, dude.
Yeah,
I know I'm fucked.
This is it. This is it. Like seriously. Like,
yeah. Where you just tell him, could you care to make it quick?
Yeah, can we just fuck? I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even gonna try to outrun this guy because one, he's probably faster than me.
God forbid, I'm not gonna try to punch him. Like, yeah, dude, he's a hoss.
It's like hurry it up.
And there's so many good shots in that film. There really are. The boat. God damn, where he's on the over there with the arrow. Oh. All right, what number are we on?
We are on number 6.
All right, is it me?
It is you.
Let's do it.
Are number 6.
Let's do it. Okay, so I did these a little bit in reverse. I'm going with the remake for 6. The remake also did not, you can look at this as Freddy versus Jason, only they did a tad bit more. Okay. I love the bits and pieces etched out of the chevrons. I love that. They're missing pieces. They're starting to weather away. I dig that. Okay, that shot right there. This is a simple thing, but I dig it. Do you see where you see a little bit of his head poking out where the mask is almost a little bit too small?
Yeah.
In my opinion, there's a lot of shots that you also see that with. That's so sick. Like, I would never want it to be too small where you see way more of his head. But if you see just a little bit where it's like this guy, even the chin, look at his chin's coming out. He's so fucking big. This mask barely fits this man. I love that. I fucking love that. And I feel like that's how it looked on Brooker. You know, that's a simple thing, but I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want head sticking out like we hate in
and Goes to Hell. Yeah.
But to where this guy, it looks like he is just so freaking massive. He cannot wear a normal person's mask. I dig that shit. And then the missing pieces of the chevrons, because it should be weathered. It has to be weathered. This is in my opinion, it's like pretty much the original mask. It's just much time has passed, right? So I think they hit that. I think they fucking nailed it. I absolutely love this mask. So there you go.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's such a good mask, dude. It is. And Derek Mears, he wears it well. He definitely wears it well, and it's so good. One thing I do want to throw out here, something Wayne said, that we all know that Trent was the real star of the remake. You know, like I don't know if I can argue with that. I don't know if I can argue with
I want to go to a strip club with Trent and get kicked out, like just being dicks.
Probably be about 30 seconds. 30. Could you guys please leave? Could you guys just go ahead and exit?
I can just see him. You call these boobs?
Horrible nipple placement.
Horrible nipple.
Horrible. Just horrible.
That's good.
Trent is definitely Trent. For sure. God, all right, Matt. I'm going to my number 6. My number 6, and I know that
horrible nipple placement.
There's my number 6
really
right there.
Funny that was, Michael.
I'm going with Uber Jason for my number 6. I dig it, dude. I dig it. Like I said, everything in this area, this realm of my list, I dig it. I do.
That's a sick pick.
It is, man. And again, it's shot, while filming, not in the movie, because that's when you get the best lighting on the mask to see it. Now, I know. You're going to get more with lighting from a film on a mask. Just look at Michael Myers, right? You see Michael Myers under the bright lights, the mask, it's not as cool as it is, in the film. But Uber Jason mask, I feel like that needed to be lit up really well so we could see it. Because to me, I don't feel like the lighting of that mask is what makes that mask so cool. I think that the mask speaks for itself and its design. So yeah, man, that is definitely my number 6 for sure. I am going with Uber Jason.
Nice.
For number 6.
Nice.
Teal is throwing out stupendous. Definitely stupendous. Oh yeah, man, that is what I'm talking about.
Terrible nipple placement. God.
Melissa saying Jason X mask for her number 6. Well done. I'm agreeing with the wild card a lot tonight, which is crazy. Russell saying Uber Jason Voorhees is awesome. Well, shit, dude, Russell, $1. Check out my video. It's releasing later on tonight. I think you'll dig it. James is saying, oh yeah, that's badass. He is so awesome looking. Oh yeah. Wayne is saying, Jason gives you a ride or delivers your food. Uber Jason. I got you. Teal is saying his number 7 was the Jason X mask. And Wayne is saying very futuristic. Futuristic. All right, Matt, we have cracked the top 5.
I love it. I love it.
And you are in it. What do you have for your 5?
All right, man. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I really did rush this. I'm going with Sackhead. I'm going with Sackhead Part 2. Sackhead. Yes. And I've already spoken on this, but it's fucking killer, dude. The weathering, it's dirty. It's what, in my opinion, if the real Jason Voorhees was coming at you, he's going to be looking a little bit more like that than he is the Derek Mears or the, Kane Hodder's, and things like that. So it's so authentic, I'll just put it that way. This backwoods man, coming back from the dead, whatever you want to call it. He's, I don't know the right term, but he's got some issues. He's not all there from childhood. But that kind of man coming at you is going to look like that. And I think that's what they were going for on that, and they nailed it, in my opinion. I think he looks fantastic. It's a killer look, and I love him with the pickaxe. I don't want him having a machete in that scene. I think the pickaxe goes so well.
It fits the costume.
It does. It's beautiful, in my opinion, man. I hope we can do this again, Michael, because with a little more thought, I'd like to see. I don't think a whole lot would change, but I know there would be some changes.
We'll give it a year, man. We'll
yeah, that'd be awesome. A year would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I dig it. I dig it, dude.
We'll definitely give it a year. For me, and one thing that you did say that, I talking about Jason being a guy that's come back from the dead. I am a firm believer that Jason didn't die until the end of part 4. That's where and I mean, that could be a whole video I do, or a whole, topic of discussion, but I've always been, in the mindset that Jason didn't die until the end of part 4. I don't think he drowned as a kid. I think he saw his mother get beheaded. And because if he's a zombie, then he was a kid when he died, and then zombies don't grow. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a whole thing, with that. But I do feel like he didn't die until part 4. I think he was out there living as a man. And then, when he comes back in 6, I think that's when you get, zombie Jason.
And you know what? We might get all these answers down the road.
God, I hope it doesn't suck. Like this, we're gonna give you answers to things that you've wondered about for 40 years. God, I hope that they're okay. I do.
But what you're saying makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's just and it's like I said, a topic for another day.
Zombies don't grow, but yeah,
zombies don't grow. But for me, my number 5, Matt, moving along for my top 5, I'm gonna be right here. Pretty close to where you had it, dude. The remake is sick, Matt.
He looks so good.
Yeah, and it's great, man. The chevron is a little different. It does have a little bit different shape than it did in the earlier films. But I mean, that was them making it their own. They did things with this mask that were subtle changes, not enough to throw you off to not know who it is, or for you to look at to be like, what the fuck did they do with this? And they still made it dope, even though they had some minor changes. Like there's no axe mark in the top. Like I said, your middle chevron is shaped a little different. And it's cool. Like it's cool with me.
Look
like
at his neck.
Did it. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, look at him.
How do you button up the top collar shirt of that?
You're not wearing a tie if you're Derek Mears' Jason.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're definitely not.
Neck, dude. It looks so good.
It's gonna look like a Flintstones tie.
I like that. I like that where he's a little too big for the fucking mask. I dig that shit.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We are on number 4.
Nice choice, though. Nice choice, Michael.
Hey, it's up there. It belongs up there. For sure.
What's also cool is how different it would be if we did this entire list, but we're talking about the entire look of him. Not just the mask,
right.
His entire look, because there's something different to be said about that as well.
100%.
So for 4, so I'm going Jason X1, so not Uber, but the first Jason X mask. So there I go. Love it, guys. I freaking love it, man.
Oh yeah,
dude, I do. And when I said after the show, I'm jumping on Etsy to find one. a lot of you know I'm not bullshitting.
He said, I will have you.
I think it's very, and I think it answers a lot of questions like that we've been talking about. Like,
now this one I can grab, Matt.
Can you make
because
it?
It's easier.
Like
this one I can grab.
Son of a bitch! Where'd you get that?
I got Kane to sign it for me.
I actually had that one.
Yeah, I actually got this one in at Mad Monster in Arizona a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'll give you $50 for it.
Yeah, no.
Dude, that's dope, Michael.
Yeah, I'll give you $50 for it.
I'm kidding, obviously, but that's dope.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, like it's a cool mask, dude. It's different. Like I said,
can I ask you what you dropped for just the mask, not the signature, just the mask?
I think 80. I think I paid 80 for it.
That's dope.
Yeah, like, and I mean that was, was that 2 or 3 years ago? I don't know. A couple years ago.
I remember when you went there.
It was when Dylan's New Nightmare premiered.
I remember
because I went to the premiere.
It's every bit of 2.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 120 degrees in Arizona when I
remember. I remember when you went.
It made me hate my life.
I was glad I didn't go.
It was so bad.
You asked me if I wanted to go.
So bad.
That's a sick mask, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It is a good mask. Like I said, I like all of these masks.
Is it leather straps?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. All leather. I think it's a fiberglass mask. It was made out of fiberglass or something along those lines. He told me, and
Michael,
like, oh, sweet.
Michael, you got a nice mask, dude. Any Jason mask that I've ever seen. I'll just real quick.
Yeah.
That's 1 fiberglass.
Yeah.
2 with leather straps. If you dropped 80, you got a hell of a deal.
I got it on the Sunday I was leaving. It was there.
Yeah,
I got it for $80, and then I was walking out, and Kane was sitting there with no line, and I was just like, fuck it. And he asked me, he's like, well, where the hell did you get this? I was like, right over here, like 2 aisles over. This guy was selling it. So
no, leather strap fiberglass mask, dude. You're gonna pay fucking $200, $300 for that shit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just telling you,
it is.
That's a nice fucking mask. Bro.
It is. Maybe you could look at it and see if it's really fire. That's what the guy told me. I mean, I didn't inspect it to be like, yeah, that's what it is. Not that I could probably tell the difference or not, to be honest. But
well, I won't get nerdy in how you can tell the difference. Let's move on.
Number 4 for me, we're going with Friday the 13th, Part 3. We're going with Brooker.
Oh God!
We are going Brooker.
Look at those! Look at that! Look at that!
We got him up there. He is my number 4 for Jason.
Look at that!
Totally dig Brooker, man. The mask is plain. I get it, but it's iconic. It's the first time he puts it on, and he looks fucking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And that's why it's definitely in my top 5 for sure. It beats out the remake. It's pure nostalgia, and it's so good. So freaking good that I had to put him at 3. And that's Brooker, man. There's a lot more to the mask that comes with Brooker, but we're not doing that part today. But it is iconic. It's the first time. It's the first. It is the OG mask. Hell yeah, man. Hell freaking yeah.
Dude, look at that shot. You got some great shots for this show, dude.
I did all right, man. It came through all right for those, for sure.
And that's what I've been saying. The shot you just had up there is exactly what I've been saying. That mask looks like it's not for him. But it's not, it's not overly done, but you can tell it barely fits him. You almost see just more of his traps and his head, and it's like it looks like a almost superhuman man wearing the mask, and I love that. Like, damn. Tell me more about what you love about Brooker, Michael.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, man. Like I said, he's the OG, dude. The mask itself speaks for itself, dude. And something about the original, it'll always be iconic. You can't take that away. Now, if you are new to the franchise and you started watching it, you look at it like, it's kind of plain compared to the other ones. Like I might like the remake, or I might like this better, that better. But dude, there's something to be said about the original. There just is. And yeah, it's number 4 for me. That's where we go.
That's
where we go.
I love it.
All right, we're up to number 3, Mad Matt.
All right.
Teal said the spirit of Randy Savage just jumped into Matt when that popped up. He said, "Oh yeah, I love it."
Oh yeah, brother.
Michael G said, "Michael, for that Jason X mask, I will beat Matt's wager at $51." I appreciate that, buddy.
Let me tell you something, Hogan.
Hell yeah.
When you put your hands on Miss Elizabeth. All right, 3. I'm going with remake Sack. Totally dig the Sack and remake, dude. Yes.
So menacing, bro. Like so fucking menacing.
And it's funny. When this was first coming out, I heard some people say, he could have stayed in the Sack for all I care.
Yeah.
And at first, being like such a Jason fan, because I am, Michael, he is a half a footstep behind Michael for me. So it's not like I'm not a Jason fan.
Right.
But when I heard people saying that, I'm like, no, because he's got to have that hockey mask, But I look at it more and I'm like, damn it, I hear what they're saying, man. Because they nailed that Sack. And here's what's cool. They made the Sack their own. They did. They didn't copy. I mean, yes, the Sack came from the original part 2.
Yeah.
But it's 2 different looks of Sackhead Jason, if you ask me, from part 2 to the remake. They're 2 different looks. You can tell they made it their own, and they fucking nailed it, dude.
There's something to be said, Matt, because like I said, it can go either way with fans. Like, you did nothing, I'm mad. You did too much, I'm mad. You know what I mean? And they took a risk. They modernized what they thought the Sack should look like to be more functional for Jason. And I think that they killed it. I absolutely do. When that guy finds that shit and you get that first look of Jason standing there looking at him before he charges at him, dude, that's horrifying. Yeah. That's absolutely horrifying. Yeah. You put yourself in that situation, you're shitting bricks. I guarantee you're shitting bricks.
Yeah.
It's so good, man. 100%. So freaking good.
Yeah. There's an offer right now that you might want to take James up on.
Nope. Not doing it, brother.
Okay.
None of my stuff. Especially not my Friday the 13th shit. 100%. No way. Not a chance. Not a chance. Because first of all, I don't want to try to find it again. And 2, I don't want to find it again.
You can get Kane Hodder all day.
That's fair. But that's what's more along the lines of finding the mask again for sure. So good though. So freaking good. Josh is saying my favorite Jason mask is part 4, the end scene mask, when the cheek chevrons are worn away during the scene where Jason just killed Trish, cutting her in half with the chainsaw. With a chainsaw? You sure, Josh?
Wait,
I don't think he killed Trish. She made it.
Yeah, Trish made it.
And I would love to see Jason with a fucking chainsaw. I'd love to see Jason with a fucking chainsaw. That's like on my top 5 like things I want to see in a film. That and him in the snow. I know we got the fan film.
I'd like to see him in the snow.
Fan film of him with the chainsaw too, but
he did get a weed whacker.
Oh, that thing was fucking nuts. I don't even know if that's a weed whacker. I'm sure Peter didn't know what it was called.
I think it was a tree trimmer.
Like a limb trimmer.
Yeah.
Matt, we're in the top 3, brother. We are in the top 3. What do you have for your number 3, Jason?
All right, man. All right. Let's do this, buddy.
Wait, you just did.
No,
the
I'm
sack.
on 2.
You just did the Sack.
Yeah,
right. I need to do my number 3. Here I am, like you need to do number 3.
Yeah, give me your 3, and I want to hear
number 3. And I know that there's one out there that you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, where the fuck is this one coming from? You know where we are going with number 3. And I know there's not a lot of fans of this one, man, but this is one that has grown on me over the years, dude. And it's fair. It's not the original mask. It's fair that he picked it up and it already had the axe mark in it, dude. But there's just something about it that I absolutely love, man. Yes, it is bigger, and that's fine. But ever since I bought this mask, and had all the
that's what I
faces
noticed
behind
it
it,
growing
dude,
on you.
it just grew on, like when you hold it in your hands, and it just grows on you and grows on you, man. And this one did, dude, and I dig it. It is my number 3. It is up there, 100%. Like, I know that a lot of people will disagree with this, dude, and who knows? Maybe it'll change in a month. Maybe it'll change tomorrow. Maybe it will change when we do our show next year.
Talk about it a little bit, Michael. I'm going to refill my water here.
Well, I got you. Yep. But yeah, I totally dig that mask. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I'm going to go back to some of these comments that we had here, because I haven't been able to get to all of them. Let's see. Wayne said, I first saw Jason X on TV drunk at 3 a.m. My first thought was I was imagining this movie. Dude, it is so much fun. It is. Like, it knows what it is. And I think that's the good thing about Jason X is it knows what it is. James was saying, I see a guy with a potato sack carrying a pickaxe. It would scare the piss out of me. Yeah, I mean, anybody with a pickaxe running at me is probably going to scare me, to be honest. For sure. Teal was saying, I think Jason died from drowning, but got resurrected by Pamela's sacrifice ritual. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Necronomicon and all of that stuff being tied to Camp Crystal Lake. To be honest, I know Jason Goes to Hell kind of throws some wrenches in that. I tend to really kind of try to stick with Paramount 8, to be honest. And I know that's me playing picky choosy to stuff, but at the same time, I don't know. James is saying he's badass with that bow. Oh, I know. Bow and arrow kill is great. Yes, it is, man. The remake that kills. That does kill for sure. Russell said the Stranger's new trilogy getting a lot of heat. I don't blame him. I really don't. Like, I love the Strangers. I don't know why they did what they did, to be honest. Teal is saying, I like the dirty weathered look, but it's the shape of it that lowers it for me. I got you. Melissa's saying, I need to see Strangers Chapter 3. Are you expecting something great when you do? Are you expecting it to be good? I'm curious. I wonder if Michael's seen it yet. I see it tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow to watch it. And I know what I'm in for. I'm well aware. I know what I'm in for sure. All right. We got Matt back. Matt, are you ready for your... Oh, shit. We're on number 2.
We are.
Number 2. Let me change this.
Oh, God.
Well, there we go. All right. What you got?
I am ready, but this is also where I feel like it could be a little bit... This is where it comes down to the mask being on them, not just holding it in your hand. Okay. I know I've said this multiple times, but in my opinion, there is a big difference there. So, my list. So I'm going to go with part 3.
I got you.
I'm going part 3. I'm sure a lot of you thought this would probably be my number 1. Yes. Son of a bitch. Yes. That is Jason. That is Jason to me, especially if you want a classic Jason, which I can't really show you guys. But behind me to the right, I have a Sideshow statue that I just want to tell Sideshow that they freaking nailed that bitch, because they do, I have the 1/4 scale Jason statue. Michael, you've seen it.
Yeah.
But it's Brooker all day. The hunched back, menacing. And I'm just so glad they did it that way. Now, don't get me wrong. If I had unlimited funds, I'd want a 1/4 scale of every Jason, but I do not. And if I'm going to choose one,
Yeah,
it's going to be, the OG. And as a collector, that's with a lot of things. If I'm going to get one Freddy Krueger statue, I want it to look like, the OG from the first film. After you get those is when you start, in my opinion, branching off to, let's get New Nightmare Freddy and whatever. But you always want that classic, first, and, get that out of the way. But anyway, to me, man, that's Jason, all day. And I've already said it 1,000 times. I just love how much of him sticks out of that mask. He looks too damn big for it, but not over the top like a bloated zombie bubblehead Jason from Goes to Hell. So absolutely love it, man. It's iconic. It's and even when he takes the mask off, I go back to, I know you can relate, Michael, that crazy dream sequence, man, that was seared in all of our nightmares when we were kids, where he's tapping on the glass. And that is also what I look at as the original Jason underneath. That is what he looks like, in my opinion, from the beginning. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude, it's classic. It'll never die. Love it.
Oh yeah, man. And I think that you and I chose our number 2 based off of, how we felt about the movie. Because if you're going for my number 2 look of Jason, to me, this is Jason Voorhees. And it's just like all the things you were saying about part 3, man. Like, this is the look for me. When I think of Jason Voorhees, I think of him smashing that kid's face in the shower, pushing his head up against the back of the wall and just crushing his face. Those are all the things I think about, man. It's just like this look for me, to where, it's a little different from Brooker, to where the mask is almost a little big for him. It kind of looks like it's just a little bit bigger on his face. The worn out chevrons, the scuff on the nose, the bloody axe mark on top. You can see the remnants of the blood where he was bleeding and got hit with it. And you got to remember, like, according to Friday the 13th continuity, this is 2 days later, right?
Yeah,
so that blood is going to be fresh. There's all that stuff is going to be worn. So I absolutely love the part 4 look of Jason, the mask. It is what reminds me of, Jason Voorhees. Just freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And, by process of elimination, in my mind, I think that we both have the same number 1 tonight. It's I mean, I haven't heard you announce. I haven't said it. Damn well, what my favorite mask is, 100%. And it looks like you're coming through with the same, man. And let's go ahead and just throw this up there, dude. Like,
and it contradicts a lot of things I've been saying all night, but I'll talk about that.
Dude, to me, it's the mask. It's the way it fits his face. It's the see-through of the jaw on the right-hand side. Like, the shape alone of this mask is fucking fantastic. Even the chevron on the top that isn't a perfect triangle, it is now painted on there 100%. Awesome. It doesn't matter. All the little scuffs through it, to where, the propeller on the boat for the end of part 6 tore it the F up. It's fucking fantastic for me. And to me, by far the best looking Jason, 100%. And I will let you have the floor now, sir.
No, man. I was enjoying listening to you, man. And like you said, the chevron being perfect would not go with his look. It just wouldn't. And I want to tell you guys, everybody in the chat, I am working on, you guys have seen a lot of my bust from Brian Leonard, and I'm working on one currently that's a part 7. And again, Michael, you come to mind, man. I love you, buddy. But whenever I'm doing something, Jason, you come to mind. And this is something that I want to get your approval on. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. I wish I had it here now. It's in the works. So, yeah, the very next bust that is coming to my collection is from none other than Brian Leonard, who's, you guys have seen some of his work. It's amazing. So he is after the perfect part 7 for me. And he is even, you'll like this, Michael, he has been able to get a hold of the screen used mold of the hockey mask. So
that's awesome.
I hope he's dude, he's never disappointed me. I have no doubt he's going to knock this fucker out of the park. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. But yeah, Michael, we share the same love for this. And a lot of it is how it just looks on him. And a huge part for me, is, showing those teeth through that crack is dope. It's so dope.
It's fucking fantastic. Like, that's the Jason I wanted in Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted, dude. And it's so good. Like, it's my favorite. It's my favorite mask. It's my favorite mask that I own. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely freaking, it's fantastic, dude. Like, it's top tier for me.
You've brought up so many, just throughout our time as friends and doing this, you've brought so much to my attention, especially on Jason, that I wouldn't have thought about, without you. One thing that always sticks to me that I don't know if I would have paid as much attention to without you is how fucking cool it is when he comes out of the lake and it shows his spine.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I know you love that scene.
Oh, yeah.
And, I do too, but I wouldn't have gave it as much attention without hearing you talk about it. Like, and it's your passion for Jason that goes into that draws me to it. But yeah, dude. So
I mean, the only thing I may have changed about that now, looking back, is, because you have to remember part 7 is where Kane incorporated, the breathing into Jason, that intense, rising up and down, to where, Jason doesn't really need to breathe. He doesn't. But if you just had like water coming out of like his fucking chest area while he was doing that shit would be fucking nuts. Like, if I'm redoing that at this point, it's just like, oh, we need to get some water fucking leaking out of that shit. Like, his ribs are showing, motherfuckers. Just stick a little hose in there and have some water running down the fucking side of it, man. But yeah, dude, like, in my collection of masks, this, will always be my fucking favorite, bro. It to this day, it never will fucking go out of style for me. Like, it's so fucking fantastic.
Who made that one?
Oh fuck, just give me a minute and I'll remember. I forget. It doesn't have a tag on it. It was Horror Effects Designs. Designs.
Whatever they make is spot on,
it's freaking gold, dude. And the lucky thing about this mask, dude, was I got the late Lar Park Lincoln to sign the side of that along with Kane, going through that. And this is something I'll always cherish and never get rid of.
Michael, whatever they make is spot on.
Yeah. And I mean, like this was the mask that, Kane took from me when he signed it and asked me where the hell I got it, because it was dead on the one that he has. He said literally, he goes, that's my mask. He's like, where the hell did you get that from?
Yeah.
And lucky enough to be able to meet Lark Park Lincoln, and have her sign that mask, before we did lose her. It just means this mask means the world to me. And it will be in my coffin with me when I die. Like, it will be sitting there it might even be on my face. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, this is going with me. Like, whomever is the person that makes the arrangements for me, this is happening. Like, this is, no one will ever own this mask but me.
I mean, I was trying to think of a way that we didn't have to look at you, but hey,
Yeah,
you
like
already,
that'll be it. I've already taken it. Like it's happening. Like
man,
seriously. The
yeah,
only way anyone will get this from me is they'll pry it from my dead hands.
dude.
Yeah.
As soon as you said Horror FX, I've been lucky enough to have very, very few pieces from them. But I'll just say, from what I've seen, dude, everything, whatever they do, I feel like they don't bring a product out until it looks like it came from the fucking movie. You know, I've got their I've got their 07 Rob Zombie Myers mask, and it's just stupid ridiculous. I've got their costume of the Part 3 Jason.
Right.
I showed you that.
Yeah.
They're just, dude, they're amazing.
They're and from what I know about them, you know, is it's some guy in Texas, you know, making stuff. And you know, this mask, from when I ordered it to when I got it, it was about like 2 months. You know, it took about 2 months to get, but worth the wait. You know, I think it was, dude, I think it was like $120 a couple years ago. And like I said, dude, lucky enough to have it, you know, at a scare fest with both Kane and Lar Park Lincoln there to sign it.
Michael, I also would like to tell you that I do not think he even makes those anymore. I don't think he does.
Oh wow.
That fucker's a gem, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely.
That fucker's a gem.
Yeah, like I said, Wayne's laughing like, "What the fuck?" in your coffin? Yeah, dude, it's going with me. Like,
no, that fucker's a gem. The 07 Myers mask I have from them, they do not make anymore. And the only reason I was able to get that is a guy was willing to sell his collection, so I snagged that. But yeah, you get anything from Horror FX, especially if they don't sell it anymore, dude. That mask is priceless. That's all I'm saying. You know, hey, yeah, you might be friends with me for a reason, Michael. I know a little something about something. You know,
that's fair. But I mean,
but nothing really useful outside of collecting.
Their details, from what you know, Kane was telling me, was down to the rivets, you know, that they used on the top. Let me turn to attach the leather on the top. These little rivets up here,
dude,
we're freaking dead on. Like,
if it wasn't correct, I'm telling you, Horror FX would not fucking put it out if there was a fucking flaw. They're that good. Such
a good job, man, and it'll always be my most prized possession, you know, of my horror collection. This one will be right here. I love my mask that has, you know, all the living Jasons on it. It's the Part 8 that's up there. I love my Maniac Mask remake that Derek Mears signed.
Yeah.
Up there. But this one will always be the one, you know, like I would get rid of my Jason X Uber mask before I would get rid of this one 100%. Like,
hell yeah.
No freaking way.
Hell yeah.
I could be homeless on the side of the road and all I'd have is a bag with clothes in it and this fucking mask. Like, literally.
That's a very interesting question for me. Like, if that was to happen, like what I would have out of my collection.
One thing. Like, that would be it. Yeah.
It's so hard to answer. Can I show you guys something if you don't mind?
Sure.
I've got it in hand. And this is for you Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans. So I'm going completely, you know, in a different direction. But there was a gentleman just down the hall from me at Trader's World who had the 1/6 scale Leatherface from the original.
Oh, nice.
Statue.
Like Gunnar Hansen original?
The Gunnar, dude.
Okay.
And if this was, and you guys know how I am, I love the Part 3, you know.
Yeah.
If it was the Part 3 Andrew, I would have bought it in a second, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I knew this was a great statue. I didn't know how good it was until I finally bought it and brought it home. But this thing is freaking beautiful, man. So this is the original Gunter, and this is called the Slaughterhouse Edition. Like, it's got blood and weathering, but it is so cool. And the strings on the mask, it's like all resin, but the strings are real, like they're real leather strings. But I just want to show you guys this. I was pretty impressed with it. Look at the build. Yeah. Look how close. I mean, look how spot on the build from the back. Like looks like Gunner. Like it's insane.
Yep, that looks like Gunner's ass,
dude. You joke, but it does. Like, look at the shoulders. Like the detail in this statue has just blown my freaking mind. And you can even like make it to where you can pull the string and shit from his chainsaw.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, I had to look at this. Real leather strings coming off of his mask, but I was just so impressed. So glad I picked it up. I was very hesitant because, you know, I like Texas Chainsaw, but as far as look wise, I'm more about the remake and the beginning and things like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys like that. It's so cool. But yeah, just recently picked that up.
Dude, that is so fucking cool.
And then yeah, I absolutely cannot wait to show you guys the part 7 Jason bust. And Michael, I hope it does you justice, my friend.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you sent me pictures of it, you know, where it's at so far, and it looks really good. It looks fucking awesome. But I can't wait to see it when it's done, dude. Like that's gonna be freaking amazing. I can't wait to check it out. For sure. Wayne was saying he's got to go. He goes, my internet is constantly playing up. Thanks for having me. It's Wayne, dude. You have a great one, buddy. Take care, brother. For sure. For sure. James is saying, bring out the Uber mask. All right, right before I leave, James, I promise I'll bring it out for you. I do. Did you have any Mad Matt stuff? Do you want to talk about before we got out of here, Matt? Do you want to?
No, man. I wanted this to be, mostly about celebrating Jason and Friday the 13th, man. I absolutely do believe the next show, however, I'm going to be prepared to. I only want to show you guys shit that is gonna one, shock you, bring more views to this amazing show that Michael
thank you, man.
built. I mean, it is an amazing show, Michael. But I'll simply say that we are full throttle, man. We are full throttle. We're getting ready for Horror Hound. We'll be there in March, and we are bringing our A game with, I'll just say, not a ton, but a seriously nice lineup of custom masks. And they're going to range from the Halloween franchise. I mean, we've got Warlock mask, we've got Nag mask, and we've got some killer Texas Chainsaw original customs, from the Killing to the Pretty Woman. Just come check us out, guys. We're always trying to bring our A game in horror. You know how much I love the horror community, and it's what keeps me up at night, man, is trying to bring the best stuff to you guys that I possibly can. But yeah, next time I'm going to have some cool stuff, as long as you're cool with that, Michael. I'll show some really cool shit. But yeah, at the moment, man, if you guys are looking for something to do in March, come check us out at Horror Hound, man. And I'd always love seeing you guys, especially if you're here in the chat, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm trying to make it to Horror Hound. I'm gonna do my best. Derek Mears will be there. You know, I always love to see the Jasons, man. And we'll do a show. You know, we'll definitely do a show before we go. Talking about Horror Hound, we do every year. So we'll definitely do that. And, you know, with Elvira there, dude, that was the biggest letdown for me last Horror Hound.
Michael, if anything, if you want to come, if you want to come, dude, I could use an extra hand at the booth, man.
Well, it's more so, can I get off of work, because I'm supposed to work that weekend.
And that's fine. I'm saying if you don't have a whole lot to do as far as like, you know, who to meet and stuff, you know, not a whole lot to do with your time. I could use your help, and we could hang out.
Hell yeah, dude, definitely. Definitely, for sure, if I can get there. Teal asking, are you guys coming to the H50 convention in Pasadena? Dude,
Yes.
I will be there 100%. I
I'll
said
be
that
there as
5
well.
years ago. 5 years ago, like it's I've already started, putting money away for it. And yeah, dude, like I will not miss that deal. I will be there in one form or another. Um, and definitely want to film while I'm
I'll
up
be there
there
as
with you.
well.
I think that's our best bet to get to meet Jamie Lee, to be honest. And if I have to take one of my days while I'm up there standing in a fucking line to meet Jamie Lee, then I will definitely do it. You think Scarefest VIP tickets are hard to get? I bet you that's next to impossible.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that, Michael. But
Yeah,
man, I'd like to even I'm going. I don't really have anybody to go with. Yeah, we'll talk about that, man.
that's a fucking flight, brother, for us. But I'm fucking like 100%. And I've been saying that since 45 came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, Teal, I will definitely be walking around up there.
Split a room or something, dude. I'm down.
Yeah. I will be up there for sure. But let's go ahead and get out of here. Let me show the Uber mask for James real quick. I know he wants to see that.
Yeah, don't let him down.
I can't let him down. It's easier to get down than it is to put back up.
Well, we'll all be off of the show by then. You can worry about
Yeah,
that.
definitely be doing that off screen. But there it is, James.
We don't give a fuck. Oh,
it is 100% magnets and all. It's all of it. It is a mold from the original mask.
Did you grab that at Mask Fest, right?
I did, yes. Yes. This was more on the expensive side. Actually, it's the most expensive thing I've ever fucking bought when it comes to horror stuff.
You don't get cheap shit at Mask Fest.
No, like it's 100% legit, down to the size and everything. And of course, I got Kane to sign the top.
We got to get you the latex head to fit inside that motherfucker.
So they had it. They had it there.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It was another $450 to add that, and I was just like, fucking no.
But you might, yeah. I mean, if it's something you'd be interested in, you could eventually get one that maybe might be $200 or something. I don't know.
It's like, hey, can I make payments on that? Like, could we break that down into like 2-year monthly installments so I could throw that up there behind me? But yeah,
you can do that at Mad Matt's Mask, but I just don't have that.
TL says the signature in the middle ironically makes it 10 times better. Like, it's freaking, yeah, that's where he signed it. I gave it to him, and that's Kane signs masks in the same spot every time. Like that's his spot, right above the eyes there. So anytime you get him to sign anything, that's where he's going to do it. But Matt, this was a blast, dude. It was blast again on Friday the 13th. I love it. We've got a lot of stuff coming out. The new Halloween show is going to be coming out, which I don't know if you've heard, and I'll talk about this more on the channel. But apparently, Michael's not going to be in it. So that's unfortunate news. I'm not very happy with it. That's what the word is right now. Whether it's 100% true or not. There's some, pretty in the know people that are saying that's the case, that Michael is not going to be in the Halloween show, which
you mean just like at the beginning?
No, just like it's not going to be about Michael Myers. So that's contrary to what they told us originally, which I'm not.
Then who gives a fuck?
I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not happy. And that's a whole nother show, to talk about, where that's going to go. But this year we are getting Crystal Lake. So we are getting Crystal Lake. We are getting Pamela. We are getting Crazy Ralph. We are getting a young Jason. All that's confirmed. If you loved Welcome to Derry, we're getting the same showrunner, Brad Caleb Kane. I cannot wait for that. We're getting Monarch Season 2, Monarch Legacy of Monsters. If you are a Godzilla fan, this shit, Season 2 is coming out. If you know. Like, the first season was amazing. Kurt and Wyatt Russell, they're doing the damn thing with this. I cannot freaking wait. Dude, there's a lot of cool shit coming out. If you're a Scream fan, Scream 7 is right around the corner. That's coming out. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff, guys, that, fits around the realm of, where we are. Now, I may not talk Scream a lot on this channel. Am I going to see the movie? Yes, I'm going to see the movie. I'll tell you what I thought about it. But I'm just not one of those people that are into like, it could be this, it could be that, you know, like not so much. Now with Crystal Lake, that's probably gonna be a different story. You guys are gonna get me week after week after every episode. Like, we're about to break this down and talk about it. You know what I mean? Like that's my jam. You know what I mean? That is my freaking jam. So I will be there for that. Welcome to Derry has not been, you know, approved yet for a second season, but they're already working on a second season. So there's no way that it's not coming. So we're looking for that in 2028-ish, hopefully. There's just so much cool shit coming out, you know, and I really can't wait to dive into it. The new Conjuring movie's coming out next year. There's a Conjuring TV series coming out. Like, there's so much shit that I haven't got a chance to just ramble off and talk to you guys about. But that's all coming up on the channel. Don't forget, if you like this, if you like other stuff, you want to support Movies and Beyond on Patreon, you can do stuff $1 a month on Patreon. Trust me, check it out. It is fun as shit. I'll be doing some editing over there. I will be dropping a new video later on tonight to check out. It will be Uber Jason versus the T1000. So I cannot wait for you guys to check that out. And I think you'll be happy with my reaction to what happened in that, because I kind of surprised myself for that. But all you guys are fucking amazing. You know, I love all you guys in the fucking chat. Matt, thank you again for coming and hanging out with me, brother. It's always a blast on Horror Sundays for sure. But Matt, with that being said, if you don't have anything else, go ahead and jump out of here for tonight. All right.
Take care, you guys.
Take care, everyone, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.